Cool. How's it, Andrew? How you doing, man?
Hey Dave, good to meet you, bro.
Good, man. Yeah,
Well,
busy week.
man, it is freezing here in Joburg, man.
Oh, it is warm in Cape Town. There was a berg wind yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it's nice here. It's good.
No, I must say, it's very cold here in Joburg. For the Joburgers, it's freezing this morning. Went to gym, and yeah, it's just cold. But hey, it's what's the day called today? Last day of winter. It's gonna get longer days.
Um, is it a solstice?
Yeah, yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, I think it's winter
And
solstice or summer solstice. I can't remember. It's been a while
something
since
like
I studied meteorology.
that. So yeah, summer's on its way, which is great. And how's your week been there, Dave? Last week, busy, quiet?
Last week feels like a year ago already. But yeah, it's pretty decent, eh? Not a great week in terms of property deals. I'm looking at one deal at the moment, so I've got a call at 3 o'clock about this afternoon. But other than that, yeah, pretty quiet, eh? We obviously didn't have a ton of events, so it was a good productive week in terms of getting a lot of work done, catching up on
Yeah,
emails, a few projects, a few exciting things coming down the pipeline, which is really nice to see. But yeah, and yours? How's your week last week?
yeah, it was good, eh? It was quite productive. It was quite stressful, but it's quite a cool week. Trying to think what we did last week. We were meant to have the Wealth Bowl, weren't we, in Durban, but that's this Saturday now.
Yeah.
It's been for me personally, it's been very quiet on the deal front as well. But it looks like we've just the deal in Morningside, Dave, the one that we're going to do. It's with a private seller where we want to build 7 or 8 houses. Literally just got off the phone with them now, and looks like we've agreed terms. So we're going to look at signing that baby this week, which will be cool. That'll be a new project, something a bit different, which is nice. Um,
Cool.
yeah, and I've just got to get back on the bandwagon with deals, man. It's been too slow.
Yeah, 100%. I was actually sort of planning that this weekend between our event in Durban, I was probably going to brush up on some of my Airbnb stuff with Robin Booth's course. And get a little more focus on some rent-to-rent Airbnbs at the moment. I think it's a good opportunity, a lot of good stuff going in that sector, and yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be always
100%. Huh?
be nice
Cool.
to close a quick deal.
No, and get some cash coming in, man. Who's with us, Dave?
We got Danica on board. We got 2 anonymous Facebook users. We got Yako is on board, and we have Makalulu, sorry.
Akalulu, how's it going, guys? Hope you're all well. As you all know, this is David Andrews' coffee session, which is now every Monday at 1 o'clock. And this session, if you are new, it is an informal session with myself and Dave. We talk about our own personal properties we're doing, the challenges, the successes. We're here to support you. So if you have any questions about property, please pop them into the comments box, ask the question. Remember to tag your friends in, anyone that you may think is interested in property, whether they're getting started or perhaps they've got a few properties and they're stuck, and you want us to put you in touch with someone. Every Monday from 1 o'clock to plus minus 1:30, 1:40. We'll also run through what events are happening this week. So it's a very fun, interactive session. Sai, it's good to see you there. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to encourage all of you to tag a friend in right now. Think of a friend who's interested in property. Let them know about this coffee session. And yes, it's every Monday at 1 o'clock. And then what we will do is run through what events are happening this week. And then we'll come back to any questions that you've got.
Yeah, I think maybe a little call to action that I want to highlight for you guys. So we stream our coffee chat every week, every Monday, 1 o'clock. It also goes to our YouTube channel. So if you guys don't know, we got the YouTube channel up over there. We're releasing videos fairly often, but we also do this live stream to YouTube. So go to YouTube, subscribe, and you can also watch this there. Want to get into the week events of the week? Let's really get that open for myself. Cool. So first up is tomorrow night. We got Michael Bowen talking at 6 o'clock. Talking about deal finding work group, how that sort of program works, what's happening on the deal finding work group, what's working for him, what's happening in the industry, and how do you find those deals. And he's going to specifically be talking about how he has the challenge of Michael Bowen still got a full-time job. He's still working on property as a side hustle. Feels like not the right way to phrase it, but he does property after hours. So he's going to talk about specifically how to manage that challenge. So there'll be a link over there in the chat box. Then Wednesday night, Drew, do you maybe want to give us a run through about what apps is going to be talking about Wednesday night at our networking event? That's going to be a good fun one.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I'll share my screen here, Dave. Can you see it?
We'll activate it for you now. There you go.
Awesome. So yeah, Wednesday night is a monthly networking event. Obviously, for all the intermediate, for the paying members, it is free for you. And this is mainly predominantly around APSA with regards to how does APSA partner with property with property investors, existing and future rental income. If you don't know about their buy-to-let product, if you own 2 or more properties, how do they take future rental income into the equation? How do you get a will in place within 48 hours? Some of the biggest mistakes that new investors are making. We're looking at 3 TPN tools investors use the most. If you don't know what TPN is like Lightstone. It's the Bible in property. You need to have access to these tools. And what are the pitfalls of not choosing a good HOC? Absent support of the Investor of the Year awards. So it's going to be a great event. It starts at 6:30. We'll pop the link in the chat box. It is our monthly networking event, and it's about staying up to date with what's happening in the property industry. How can our partners help you build a successful property portfolio? And of course, there'll be networking before, during, and after if you want to start connecting with like-minded property investors. So for those of you that are out there, that you're foundation members, intermediate or professional, yes, it is free for all of you. So make sure you do book your ticket now. And it's going to be a really, really awesome event.
100%. So that's going to be a good fun one. I'm just remembering a few other things that are happening this weekend and making notes of them. So then Thursday night, Andrew, you and I are doing Investor of the Year Award prelims again. We've got a couple of guys confirmed. We'll definitely be sending out a notification for all of those guys who are already entered in for Investor of the Year Award. Drew, do you maybe want to give us a highlight of the preliminary judging that we did in the past week or so?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So like Dave is saying, every Thursday at 6 o'clock, we'll jump on a Zoom call. And it's our prelim judging is very chilled, right? Where what you'll do is you'll enter into the Investor of the Year, and we'll quickly show you where to go now. You enter your deal, and we'll tell you, we'll guide you along how to actually do it. And you'll get a presentation ready. And we want to find out more about you. Who are you? Where do you live? What do you do? Why did you get into property? Then you'll start talking about the deal that you're busy doing or the deal that you've done. So how did you buy it? What entity? What were the pitfalls, the challenges? What were the successes with the deal? And maybe that you got 2, 3, or 4 deals. Here's the thing. Don't worry about the category that you're going to enter into. Myself and Dave will help you decide where you belong, the beginner category or most growth. And Dave and I are there for the prelim to support you. So it's not like we're going to judge you and throw all these hard questions at you. As long as your deal is legal, we'll give you some support. If you need to pitch again, you can pitch again. So prelim judging. And Ridwan, you were on prelim judging a few weeks ago. Maybe Ridwan, if you can put something in the Facebook there for me, in the comment section about was it really a scary experience or not, Ridwan? Because of course it wasn't. So it's very chill, 6 to about 7:30. So if you're out there and you've done the deal in the last 18 months, and whether it's a small 1-bedroom flat, a development, a commercial property, whatever it is, just go to investoroftheyear.co.uk. You'll see that there's a fund. .co.za. There's a menu there called entries or enter now. Just click on that, enter your deal, and we'll see you this Thursday night.
100%. That's going to be awesome, Drew. So looking forward to that one. And then going over to the weekend, I believe we got group coaching starting off over here online. And then Andrew, you and I are flying down to Durban for a nice little day workshop. So for those of you guys that don't know about the day workshop, it's a really good opportunity if you're looking to get involved in property, if you're starting out, or if you've got your portfolio ready and you're looking to grow it and you need to understand how do you get from 1 or 2 buy-to-lets to 3 or 4. Andrew's pretty much speaking all day Saturday to talk about how to grow that portfolio. We've got a great team coming in. We've got Jade Barkes, and he'll be there. We've got Alani from Joburg flying down as well, and I'll be there running that event. It's going to be a good, fun one. Drew, any other sort of final takeaways or things you want to highlight about Saturday's workshop?
Yeah, I think our Saturday Wealth Builder workshops for a lot of people are life-changing based on the information we get to go through, because to do a full one day over Zoom or the internet is quite tough for some people. So being in a room with myself, Dave, Jade, Kendall from Durban CBD is going to be there. Just the information we go through from actually running the numbers, talking about tax and business, in live, in person, makes all the difference. So I'd like to know right now, who's in Durban, who's from Durban? In the comment section, say, yes, I'm from Durban, or I know of investors in Durban. Let me know right now if you are in Durban. I want you to come visit us in Durban this Saturday. And yeah, David, I've just seen, through last year COVID and the one-day events we have run this year, the difference, the impact, the motivation, the skill level, and people actually getting out there and doing deals afterwards is just amazing,
100%. I think it's so nice to have that sort of consolidation of all the knowledge as well. So often we talk about Airbnb here and multi-lets over here or finance over here, but to come and sit down in a day workshop where we can go through all of that at a high level. You can sit down, you can pull Andrew and I aside and ask us questions. That's really what's nice about it. COVID will be a thing that we'll worry about. So masks or no entry. We'll make sure that everyone stays safe and stays socially distanced. So far, Andrew and I have managed to navigate a lot of the country without catching COVID. So looking forward to making sure that we're all safe and healthy in Durban.
Definitely, 100%, man. I can see that there's a comment there from Ridwan. The prelim judging wasn't scary at all. It's great to see what everyone managed to achieve during COVID. And personally, it was great to pitch and tell my story and get feedback on my deal. Absolutely, Ridwan. And that's what people need to understand, is that it's about the story and it's about inspiring other South Africans. It's not all about you. It's about South African, letting people know that there is hope, that people can get out there and do property. So I need more and more of you to please enter this Thursday evening. Okay, cool, Dave. So those are the events for the week. Do we have any questions there?
Yeah, there's a couple of questions popping up. I've just got someone trying to spam call me on my phone, so I'm just trying to get them to leave me alone. Cool. To answer the question. So this is from Evanests. So my question is, can you put water meters in a complex? Who do I have to ask to get permission to get it done? So I imagine you could. It would depend on the rules of the body corporate, and that's who you need to ask. The body corporate will need to approve it, because that'll probably be something you'd be doing on the common property, unless you're going to try to put a panel of water meters inside the unit. But I assume that's something that's going to have to happen on common property then, and it's body corporate's going to have to approve that.
Yeah, it's all body corporate there, 100%, Dave. I've never had to do it. All my houses are freestanding houses, but I do know of investors that have done in the past, so I know it can be done. But just go speak to the body corporate, explain why you're doing it, and they'll definitely sort you out.
Yeah, obviously the thing you need to be aware of there is, if you're approaching the body corporate, it's about doing something that might be against body corporate rules. Don't break body corporate rules, please. Just don't do that. Redwan's got a question for us over here. In terms of sourcing deal, what is the best way to secure the property under OTP? Is it by signing the OTP when a company to be formed? Do you then sell the shares to an investor or before the property rights so that you avoid transfer duties?
No. So your second question, Ridwan, you can forget about your second question there, because the answer is no. There's two ways to do it, Ridwan. The easiest and the cleanest way to do it, providing you have a buyer lined up, is you go do the viewing, right, Ridwan? And let's assume that you do have a buyer or lined up, and you've had a coffee with this person, and you know exactly what they're looking for, and there's a relationship, Ridwan, between you and the buyer. The easiest way to do this is, once you've viewed the property, you've packaged the deal, so you've viewed it, you've done your due diligence, your research, and you positioned yourself, Ridwan, as either myself or my business partner will take this deal, right? That's what I always talk about, is either I'll take it or a business partner of mine will take it. So it depends how we do the OTP, Mr. Agent. Now imagine, Ridwan, you've viewed the property once, you've got the photographs, you've done the due diligence, you then rock up with your business partner, providing they are local though, and they can view the property, or you do a WhatsApp video for them. The easiest, Ridwan, is you just put the offer to purchase under their name and they buy it direct. You can have a side contract or paperwork for your sourcing fee. That can be a separate arrangement. Or if you can't do that for whatever reason, yes, it'll be new company to be formed, represented by Ridwan. You are the director and the shareholder. What then happens is, you have to set the company up, Ridwan. So you must go set up a new company, because it says company to be formed. So you form the company, and then you just go and you change the directorship and the shareholding, but that won't trigger any transfer duties or anything like that, because you must set up a new company. Ridwan's the director, and then we just swap out the directorship and the shareholding, and we've done it that way, and it's worked. Any comments there, Dave, from your side?
That's pretty much it. I think what's really key is that you're very cautious here, because sourcing isn't something that's really well defined in what we do, and you technically fall into the estate agent affairs board territory. You need to be making sure that you understand the legal process. So if you're unsure about it, speak to the brokerage, chat to them, get on one of their coffee chats, one of their they do a coffee chat on Friday every now and then, don't they?
Yeah.
Get on board with those. Make sure you're involved. Ask Nico those questions, because they're going to have the technical answers to make sure that you're there. Sourcing is something that if you do it well, it's going to be great and you can make a ton of money. But if you do it poorly, you're going to get burnt out. So you're going to get burnt, and it's going to hurt. Because the estate agent affairs board is not a friendly place to be fighting.
Yeah, exactly. And Dave, that reminds me, this Wednesday morning is the broker breakfast in Joburg. So for those of you that are in Johannesburg and you want to attend a breakfast with Nico, Isabel, Leon, and the team, I should be there as well. So any of these basic questions around sourcing, no TPs, you can join us at that breakfast. Just reach out to the team at the brokerage, and we'll look after you there. And Saturday is also the buying experience in Joburg. Sure, all these events are coming out of nowhere.
It's almost like they should have their events on my calendar.
Yeah, exactly. It should be.
Yeah,
I just remember now from this morning.
I'll talk to them about that.
Definitely.
Cool. Next question doesn't quite fit on the screen, so I'm going to just read it out loud to you. So Tapelo over here has a multi-let property they're busy doing in Kempton Park. They have done a further loan advancement on the bond, and that was conditionally approved, waiting for the valuator to come through. So the valuator still needs to go to the property, but they've already started with a conversion of the dwelling from the living room into bedrooms. So do you think that within the value it gets there, that they're going to have a problem with that fact? Probably.
So it depends. So when you say bedrooms, have you put up is a drywalling you've done? Have you knocked any major internal walls down, and now all the drywalling is up and it's looking like a multi-let? Are there any communal areas? And how many bedrooms are we talking? Because even if it's like 6 bedrooms, but if there's a communal kitchen, communal bathrooms, you should still be okay. So give us more details, because if he's just taken the lounge, Dave, and he's converted the lounge into a bedroom, there's nothing wrong with that. It becomes a bigger problem when you've got maybe 10 rooms and they're self-contained units, and there's no kitchen, no shared communal areas.
Yeah. So look, I would say, look, this is one of the reasons you must definitely be working with a bond originator to help you with these things, because they can answer those questions with a little more context. But yeah, maybe put some more context in the chat box, and Andrew and I can give that a look for you. Question from Yako Roots. Hard money, South Africa. So someone's been listening to American podcasts. I have a potential deal coming through the pipeline, which will need me to get bridging finance to cover the shortfall between the bond and the actual costs. Total value of the deal is 2.9 million rand. Do we have something similar to hard money lending? Let me just quickly, hard money lenders in South Africa that can do a medium-term interest-only loan.
So that's like angel finance. That's what we call angel finance.
Yeah, we call it angel finance. Yeah.
So you're looking for 800,000 rand, and say for argument's sake, a 15% return on investment, Jaco, over 12 months or 24 months. That's what you're looking for, is a quick loan to come in. It's probably going to be an unsecured loan. So answer is yes. It's done with private investors. And that's one of the services that the brokerage do offer. And they've actually been very, very successful lately in terms of when it comes to raising angel finance, called hard money lending, as in it's unsecured. It's fairly quick, as in it can happen within a few weeks. And you can bridge the gap in terms of deposits, transfer attorney fees, renovation costs. So Jaco, the answer is yes. Definitely speak to Nico at the brokerage. As I said, he's been very successful raising capital for investors, which is great.
100%. So just going into the rest of the chat, there's not any other questions coming through. Sorry, there was one. Makalulu wants to understand more about becoming a sourcing agent. So I think we covered it at a high level, but what you really need to do is get involved with the brokerage. Like Andrew says, they got their breakfast on Wednesday morning. The buying experience isn't really tailored towards that. But we have in the past already done webinars. We did a whole networking event on becoming a sourcing agent. So maybe get in touch with the brokerage, talk to them about what's required, how it works. But we're going to, in short, what's going to happen is they're going to expect you to find a deal, run the numbers, do a bunch of the legwork, and then they can see if they can help you close that deal by finding an investor to take the deal from you, or like with Yaku's situation, finding an investor to invest money in that deal.
Yeah, and it's not as easy as people think it is. Going out there and securing deals and securing the good deals. So becoming a sourcing agent definitely requires a level of training, in the field training, with viewings, offer to purchases, depending if it's a deceased estate, a private seller through an estate agent, or a bank sell or easy sell. I mean, there's different ways of packaging the deals and different ways of constructing the OTPs when it comes to different type of property. So there's definitely a level of, it's very difficult to just sort of go out there and buy a property and source it on. And so, Dave, that's one thing I was thinking about. A few people have reached out to me recently saying, why don't we offer a one-day workshop just on how to secure and package deals? Is there anyone here that if Dave and I did do that, who would be interested in spending a full one day purely learning about sourcing and packaging? Let's just see what everyone would say, hey, Dave.
100%. So it's something that we've had, like I said, it's been on our radar, it's been requested a few times. Maybe what we can do is I'll speak to the events team, see if we can get a date slotted in, and if we hit the right amount of people, then we can go for it. I think that'll be probably the best way to get about it. Because I have to fly to Joburg to do that.
Beautiful Joburg, eh?
You guys don't know how much. There's not enough money in the world to get me to Joburg.
Well, Joburg's the most beautiful city in South Africa. I'm sure everyone would agree with me. Jaco, Julia, and Paul says as well, Joburg rocks.
Okay.
No comments.
Okay. I will message the events team and they'll swear at me.
Okay, cool.
Another event. Come on, Dave.
In fact, let's see where everyone's from. Who is from Durban or Joburg or Bloem or Cape Town? Let us know in the chat box very quick. Jaco's a Pretorian man himself. There we go. Let's see where our audience is from today. Perhaps, Dave, what we should do for the people who have just joined us is this is the Coffee Chat with Andrew and Dave. It's every Monday at 1 o'clock, and it's about sharing our personal experiences, any deals that we're busy working on, the events that are happening, what's coming up in the next few weeks, and then supporting you guys as well. Cool.
Before I go into the events, I want to challenge someone. Paul Adams, we were in Cape Town. Andrew was in Cape Town, 3 weeks ago, Drew? You weren't there at our events. so yeah, not impressed with you, Paul.
Paul, but actually, where were you, Paul?
Andrew is back in Cape Town next weekend for another day workshop. That's the 3rd of July. So we'll be doing that one. So
is
Paul,
Cape Town?
Yeah, Cape Town, after Durban, and then before PE.
There we go. So Kerbis Properties is from Durban. So Kerbis, hopefully see you Saturday or your connections. Makululu is Blom, but can also join Port Elizabeth. Someone's asking Dave, what's wrong with Joburg? Yes, Dave, what's wrong with Joburg?
I don't know. You just complained about how cold it is.
That's like one day a year, so I'm happy.
One day, yeah, like you weren't complaining the same things last week.
Yeah, exactly. It's just winter.
Cool.
So yeah, I think Dave, let's go through all the events. Let's add the brokerage in and see where we get on.
100%. Okay, so after today, it's tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Pretty much open for the public. Michael Bones is going to be hosting the deal finding work group workshop, talking about how he finds deals in today's market, how he manages to do that while having a 9-to-5 job. So that's going to be a really fun one for you, those of you who want to join that. That's Tuesday, 6 p.m. Wednesday, 6:30, we're running our networking event online again. I guess we wanted to maybe try shoot for Joburg, but I don't know, Durban had another breakout or something, so there's more COVID cases. So ABSA is going to be talking about how they solve investor solutions. As you guys know, we're partnered with ABSA. We love ABSA, but we do it because they are one of the best banks for property investors. They're the only ones that service those sectors, and it's really important. going through that. Sorry, just close
Yep,
that.
and that's the monthly networking event, say Dave, from 6:30 to 9:30. And don't forget, there is networking on Discord. So if you do want to connect and meet like-minded investors, that is enough. So it's not only just about the education and how can ABSA help you personally, it's also about who can we connect with on the night. If you're looking for capital deals or you just want to connect and speak to a few other investors, Wednesday night is the night for that.
Yeah, I think it's really important that you just touch on, Drew. Like for me, I'm not there to I'll learn from ABSA, but I know what they're offering. But I'm there to meet people. I'm there to network. I'm there to see what you guys are doing. I'm there to get excited about what you guys are busy with, and that's what's really important for me. It's not just about showing up, listening to content. It's about networking, and then hopefully one day soon we can go back to in-person events.
Definitely.
So
Can't wait for that.
So guys, do take a look. Sap and Connect just posted a link in the chat box, which was our entire event calendar. So make sure you're getting that link and you're seeing, because then you can add all our events to your calendar and you don't feel like you're ever missing out. Moving onwards from there, Andrew, you and I are running preliminaries on Thursday night for Invest of the Year Awards. So we're going to be getting those guys to pitch their deals, talk to us about the deals, and we're going to help coach them through the judging process. So it's not just a firing line. And then Andrew, you and I fly to Durban on Friday to run our day workshop all day Saturday. So Andrew will be hosting the day workshop for property investors from 9 until 5 o'clock, and that's somewhere in central Joburg. I think it's in Klunga, if memory serves.
Yeah.
Good fun.
It'll be, I think is it not our gateway maybe?
Yeah, I think it's probably our gateway, although we don't generally tell people that. Andrew, thank you. And then at the same time in Joburg, the brokerage will be running a property buying experience. So if you want to find out more about property buying experience, please make sure you're contacting the brokerage and you can go out there and view some properties and see some live deals, I believe is the plan for the weekend.
Yeah, which will be awesome. That's in Joburg. So there's quite a lot happening this week, eh? And people in Johannesburg that are looking for deals in Joburg, multi-lets or buy-to-lets, and you haven't found your next property deal in or around Joburg, just make sure you join a lekker breakfast this Wednesday with Nico, Leon, Isabel. Let them know what you're looking for and see if they can help you find the right investment deal. I just want to share my screen again just to talk about Investor of the Year. Darren Francis says, wish more people could join the awards. Looking for more, absolutely. Darren. So Darren actually entered the Investor of the Year two Thursdays ago. The next set of judging is this Thursday. This event is proudly sponsored by ABSA, Tough Tile Africa, Private Property, Preferential, the Academy, Investor of the Year's Investor of the Year awards. So it's very important, and this whole initiative, everyone, it's about inspiring South Africans. It's about recognizing people that are getting out there, changing their lives, building wealth, using property as a vehicle. And it's so easy to enter. All you do is you click on enter now. So whether you've done a very basic deal and you might not even think it's a great deal, remember, it's about the story. I want to find out from you how you found the deal. What were the challenges? What went wrong? What went right? Why did you do the deal? We will then decide if you fit in the beginner category or the most innovative or the big leagues, whatever it might be. So this competition is for South Africans. It's not for Andrew and David. It's not for you. It's for everyone. So I want to know from everyone right now, who has done a deal in the last 18 months? Just say, yes, I've done a deal, or no, I haven't. In the comments box, just say, yes, Drew, I've done a deal. And everything is automated, right? Once you click on enter now, it'll be self-explanatory, and you will jump on a Zoom call with Dave and myself. It's 15, 20 minutes talking about your deal. We give you help and advice if it's needed. And then we let you know if you make it through to the next round. Okay, so let me know in that chat box. Okay, Tapelo says, you just have done a deal. Okay, so Tapelo, you need to enter Investor of the Year. Julia says, yes, I've done my first deal. Fantastic, Julia. Can I ask you to enter, please? Just go to that site. Yes, you have. Brilliant. There we go, Tapelo. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. So can you send me that link, that session with Nico? That's the brokerage.
Did that. Cool. That's all good. Awesome. So yeah, guys, make sure you're entering. I'll quickly drop the link over there for Invest the Year Award. I
know Kubis there was talking about sourcing deals is the problem with Kubus Properties, but you're saying angel investing. It's actually quite funny because we've sourced a few deals through the brokerage in the last month, and sourcing them hasn't been that difficult, but finding angel investors hasn't been difficult at all. And in fact, 9 out of 10 applications that the brokerage have had in terms of raising capital. I'm talking like your 300,000, your 500,000, your 800,000 rands, 12-month bridging hasn't been a problem at all. So there are people out there with capital. So if you think that there's not Kubus Properties, maybe you're looking in the wrong areas or wrong places, or you need to do more networking. But we're not finding it a problem at the moment.
Yeah. So the numbers vary, but like frequently the brokerage is a couple of million sort of sitting on there, and it's often just a matter of finding the right deal. So if you got some deals that are good and you got like a duplex, I would imagine a duplex would be pretty easy to finance. There's generally a lot of demand for good cash flow properties from the brokerage. So again, you can also do that when you go on the property buying experience or when you do the broker breakfast with the brokerage. You can definitely chat to them and see, what are you guys looking for? What's the demand looking like? And that's really good because then you can go shopping with a buyer already in mind.
Exactly, which is awesome. Cool, man. Geez, so it's actually been quite a busy week, everyone. Make sure you copy and paste all the links. If you're still not sure on the events, go to sapropertynetwork.com, look under virtual events, and you'll see there the online calendar so you can see what events are coming up. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. I hope to see every single one of you this Wednesday night, though. It's the National Public Networking event with SAP and ABSA and our other partners. Starts at 6:30. Don't be late.
100%. It's going to be a good fun one. And then, yeah, for those of you guys who are joining us on Saturday, Andrew and I will see you all Saturday. It's going to be a good, fun workshop. And then I won't be back next Monday. Andrew, you'll be hosting probably with someone else next Monday, cool. And you'll enjoy that one.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
Stop calling me. Awesome.
Okay, awesome, everyone. Well, listen, have a great week. Summer is on its way. Get out there, take action, come to the events, come show face, whether it's a breakfast, the buying experience, investor of the year, the public event. There's so much going on, which is super exciting. And Dave and myself will see you. Otherwise, well, not Dave, I'll see you next Monday.
That's awesome. Cool, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.